Hello there, my name is Oludabisi Ogubomoyi, a final year student of Green School of Management studying oil and gas BSc on. It's my pleasure to present a short video on my experience on my last module course, which is Environmental Management for Sustainable Development. The aim of this module is to understand the aspect of the related environment, to have a good outlook into the subject of the environment management for the sustainable development. Within environment management will be an attempt to control the human impact on interaction with different environmental in a way to preserve the resources, therefore to improve the welfare of the present generation and the incoming generation as well. This is very, very vital in the environment at the moment. Also, the aim is in from that many things have to be done, and globally, not within a region. It has to be globally. Moreover, my experience, my reflection on this model was initially I was not been expecting. I was expecting a less activities, but from my second, third week of the model, I experienced a lot of informations which are very, very vital for me at the present and the future career. So from there, I build on my focus and to achieve more knowledge in which I've done so far. Mainly in this short video, we'll be going through a few things that I've achieved so far, which is number one then is the energy storage, which is very, very good and vital when planning a good sustainable development. There should be a good storage system to store the extra energy for future consumption to remain sustainable way of managing our environment. And in a more way, I studied a renewable energy options and the sources, which are the biomass from the organic matters, water energies, renewable energy, which is from the hydro powers, which would be very, very good idea to remain sustainable in production, in oil and gas production. And the third one is the air turbine, which I believe UK have started schemes to encourage people on the renewable energies in different ways. There are many schemes in which UK government has been introduced to make sure that the people of UK are able to manage their environment in a sustainable way compared to what is being experienced in sustainability in the past. Moreover, UK have created different schemes in order to make sure this works out for everyone. And according to the International Energy Agency, COP21, to achieve the target of cleaning up our environment up to the level, certain level, most especially the the impact of the oil and gas in our environment from the three sectors of oil and gas, which is the upstream, consists of the explorations of the fossil fuel, up to the midstream, that is up to the storage point, and the downstream, which included the refineries, final marketing, and final consumption of the crude oil. So, in a nutshell, the world really called for sustainable development in oil and gas because there will be a very, very sensible to our environment to keep away the sustainability way of managing the activities in oil and in all these three stages of oil and gas. So along the line, if the sustainable development is fully implemented in all the three sectors of oil and gas, a life will be more better in our society. Even within the areas of the oil production, for example, from Nigeria where I come from, for example, from Nigeria where I come from, it will be really, really be advisable to embark on environmental management for sustainable development completely. Because in parts of the Nigeria where the oil production is taking place, the environment is completely upside down, polluted, the water, the land, everywhere. Meanwhile, the NOC, which is National Oil Company, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, and the government, federal government of Nigeria, have to really work together to make sure the Nigerian environment remain sustainable instead of the sustainability being practiced for many, many years. So this course, this module has really empowered me and build me up to see the mistakes that have been made in the past in the way environment is being maintained or managed. For example, the developed countries have been taking necessary steps to make sure the global warming is cleaned up, the greenhouse emission of CO2 is reduced gradually because it can never be done at once. The steps, like what I've said in my previous ways, the many steps have been taken to make sure the greenhouse emission is reduced gradually up to 2030, the target to bring the percentage of the emission up to some level down to decrease them. Now, to my conclusion and to my recommendations goes to the developing countries, which I believe a lot is needed to be achieved. And I believe the government will have to take a lot of steps to make sure these schemes works out. The NOC, which is National Oil Company, with the government have got a lot of responsibilities to take within the oil, not foreign oil company, that is from with the Shell, for example. Shell has recently sold part of their percentage of oil of the oil production to foreign to another companies, which I believe the government, Nigerian government, and the NOC must have a very closed door meetings to establish the environmental management for sustainable development in Nigeria. and in other developing countries as well needed to do that. So, in a nutshell, I'm very much happy to present my view on this environmental management for sustainable development models to to crown up my efforts and my doing in Greenwich School of Management. Thank you very much.